Welcome to this new video. This is my second time recording this video because I want to do the best for you guys at all times. You know, no slacking around here. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, hello, my name is Victor. I'm going to be breaking down the my strategy, my personal brand strategy for 2020 for photographers. In 2020 for photographers. Does that make sense? I hope so, because we're about to jump in just a second. Essentially, this is specifically for photographers. I help brands and businesses grow through social media, the power of social media. And so I decided to get a little bit more niche specific and help out a specific niche that I see all the time struggling on Instagram, that I actually talk to quite a bit through coaching, and that's photographers. I made a full brand strategy that you can actually download. You're going to be able to download this whole presentation on how you can grow through social media for 2020. So without further ado,
let's get started.
Photographers. Sorry if the quality is a little low too. I don't know why it's doing this again. I'm not sure. If you know why it's doing this, you let me know. I'm using Loom and it's being a pain in my butt. So let's just jump right into the first platform that I know we're all thinking about. The mono e bono, the one that we all bow our heads to, Instagram. Instagram. My first recommendation after seeing and this is basically research that I've done myself, that I have experience with by talking to other photographers, by talking to other pages that I've known, or other pro photographers that I know. This is pretty much what I've compiled. So first thing, have a theme or a style for your feed, whether that's high contrast, if you take high contrast photos, whether that's having a bunch of vibrant photos, whatever your theme is, whatever your style is, stick to it. When it comes to bigger photographers, you'll start to see this. It's a common theme, it's a common trend you'll see. If you go through their pages, you'll see that their colors typically are on point, are on just styling, okay? They're just like runway models, all right? Their contrast, or not their contrast, but their themes are practically on point. They continuously stick to the same style because that's what represents them. That's what represents their brand. That's what people know them by. For instance, Brandon Wolfel, we all know him, at least as like the photographers. If you're a photographer and you don't know him, look him up on Instagram. It's kind of surprising that you don't. But if you do, he revolutionized a whole different type of photography, which is like using lights and a lot of portraits. The way he does it, he kind of opened up a whole nother like popular trend that's still being used today. So with that, narrowing down and buckling down on your theme, on your style, is really what's going to help separate you from the rest of the pack. And have a call to action in your description. So this is a thing that you'll see. Like I said, go look up your favorite photographers. I promise you'll see something, some type of call to action description, whether it's like a free preset, whether it's a link to one of their other social medias, like a new YouTube video, whether it's some other type of digital asset that they're giving away or providing to you to purchase. They have some type of call to action to keep them within their ecosystem, and they're actually offering them something, some type of value as well. So use it to really hone in on getting people to other platforms that you might have, which I'll go kind of deeper into in a second. But don't let your description be boring. You really want to have that call to action in there. You can kind of play around with the actual I won't go into like the actual way your description is formatted. All I will say is if you see someone that's winning, I would kind of take what they have, make your own twist to it, make your own description. I'm not going to get too deep into that though. Second thing for Instagram. So when it comes to your actual captions, okay, you have to be telling a story, being authentic, and providing value. Well, it doesn't have to be all three at one time, but this is the common trend. It's a common theme here that we're seeing a lot of captions. They're either telling a story, how the shoot went, how they got the shot, how they were feeling that day. They were being authentic about it, how they were feeling that day, like I said, how the shot or shoot didn't go as they planned, unexpected events. They're engaging their audience with this knowledge because they know that they'll see some type of value in it. Providing a story especially. I watch tons of TED Talks, read a bunch of books, purely on how important story is. Don't quote me on this. I'm going to say 40% of the time, us as humans are daydreaming throughout the day unless we are watching, reading, or telling a story. So, no, that's right. That's so wrong. Reading, watching, or listening. There it is. Listening. We are reading, watching, or listening to a story. So provide a story, be authentic, provide value. And so with one of those ways of providing value, this is one thing that I've seen and done. What a carousel is, essentially on Instagram, if you don't know what it is, it's just a series of pictures. So you can upload like 10 pictures, people can swipe through. Oh my God, summer vacation. This is great. Oh my God, is that a baby? Anyway, you're able to do that through Instagram. So with that, a strategy that I kind of came up with and that I've seen is that you actually have a picture, you show a picture or whatever it is, this really cool picture that you might have taken, and then the next slide, when they swipe on over, is either a picture tutorial or guide of what you did, or just like a video of what you did to get that shot. How you got that shot. Maybe it's the back end and the front end of like the photo, and then like what you did to edit it. It can be a combination too. It can be the tutorial first and then the photo, because I know that that helps out a lot. If it's a little bit more, I wouldn't say clickbait, but when people know that it's going to be like some type of value given to them, like they want to know how to make this certain shot, you know, things like that. I would test with it, but utilize carousels. Try it out a little bit with your feed and see how your audience reacts to it. Start actually using what's already working. Don't reinvent the wheel, guys, okay? So if something's already trending and working, piggyback off of it. There we go, piggyback off of it. And actually make your own twist, apply your own style, apply something that you're actually known for on top of that thing that's already trending. For instance, this photo actually at the top left, that's why I specifically got that one. I've seen so many pictures on like bigger photo pages. By the way, this is where this is coming from. It's like bigger like shout out photo pages. I've seen so many photos of like someone that has like holding a camera and it's an outside perspective of them taking a picture of something that's like in the middle, something that's supposed to be eye capturing. In this case, it's like a flower in the middle of like the urban streets, it seems like, which is really just like, wow, real beautiful stuff. But you can make that into your own. Like say you love taking pictures, like your whole style or theme is like there's always like a green fedora in your pictures. You can put a green fedora in the middle of the camera frame and actually use that type of style. Like someone, like you're taking a picture of your camera and there's like a fedora. That's a little bit more silly, but that's to show you, like, apply your own theme, okay? Whether, like, if you're more into portraits, you can do it with, like, a portrait, someone's face instead of, like, a flower. Apply things that are already working, put your own twist on it, boom. Keep that in mind, and to get those ideas, to get that inspiration, I would go to bigger photo pages. If you're not already following them and you're a photographer, that's kind of weird. Not calling you weird, but look at these bigger pages within your niche, and you can actually continue, you can start tagging them, using their hashtags as well to essentially be able to get like shout outs for their pages. That's really what's going to help you on Instagram. It's collaboration, shout outs, things like that. Instagram's organic. God, it's really kind of, it's super low. Now you might be in a position where you're like, but Victor, where do I find models? I don't know where I'm going to find people to take photos of. Who am I going to take photos of and where and why? And I need photographers around me I really want to work with other photographers that's actually already working in my city. Guys, like this is going to answer all of that, okay? This is something not new on Instagram. Just nobody really takes advantage of it. I swear, man. With everything that I've already given you, like you could always like already like 5x, 10x your photography on Instagram. But I'm not going to get too deep into that. Instagram. If you're looking for models, looking for people to collaborate with, go to Instagram, go to the search bar. You're going to see on the top right, there's going to be a thing called Places. Places is essentially whenever you take a photo or whenever you're uploading a photo to Instagram, you're able to tag, like it's like a geolocation, tag a place, and it's essentially going to have better reach because it's you're tagging a location, more people are going to be able to see it. So with that, a lot of people do that, a lot more than you might think. I would start going to places and scroll and start pressing like random places, whether it's restaurants, nice places. If you're looking more specifically for other photographers, I would check where other photographers hang out. Like every photographer and their grandmother hangs out downtown. It's just like urban photography is super popular. If there's like in Tulsa here in Oklahoma, we have something called the Arts District. I would target that place. I would look at that place if I was looking for other photographers and models because that's a super popular place where they hang around. You have to be smart about it. There's plenty of people love their photos being taken for the most part, especially in like our generation from maybe like 18 to 30, like that whole range. Even it's more than that for sure. But within that range, there's plenty of people that are that would love their photos taken, especially for free. If you did a photo shoot, and there you go, you have new subjects, you have new people to work with. It's not that hard. Just have like a DM script. I would create like a DM script. Hey, my name is Victor. I saw that you have a very photogenic face. You make awesome posts for Instagram. I would love to do a photo shoot with you. What do you say? And they get free photos out of it. I would word it a little bit better than that. Actually spend some time on it. But this is how you're going to be able to find those people locally. Okay, going into TikTok. We all knew this was coming. So I'm not going to go into a rant about TikTok and how valuable or how organic and how great it is and like how the organic reach is insane. All I will say is that you should get that platform. I know. It might be hard to make that transition. You've been avoiding it for so long. You know TikTok's where to go. I'm telling you to go there, especially for photographers or any creator, because this might actually be the game changer for you. So TikTok, I would look up trending hashtags, photography, photo shoot, Photoshop, Lightroom, photo edits, whatever it is, street photography. Look up your type of hashtag, whatever you're actually, whatever you're looking for specifically, photo-related hashtags, and actually look what's already going viral, what's already working. And I would start actually, on TikTok specifically, like tutorials go so far on this platform with photo shoots. As you can see, like with these two examples, I don't know how well they're transcribing on here. You might have to download the presentation to actually see them a little bit clearly. But this is just like small examples of what you can do through TikTok. And these have like crazy engagement, 992,000 likes. I don't even know how many views this has. It probably has easily over 3 or 4 million. 96K, like these are just the most simple tutorials. And as you can see, I put at the bottom repurpose tutorials for YouTube and Instagram. I'll get a little bit more into that once we get to YouTube. But start looking what's already working and put out tutorials. And the thing is, it doesn't only have to be photo tutorials. In terms of like actually like taking photos. Another trend I'm actually seeing on TikTok specifically is guys going out, guys and gals will go find like random subjects out in the street. Like it'll be a video of them walking up to someone like, hey, can I take your photo? And they're like,
Yeah, I'm trying to be the next Beyonce.
next thing you know, they're taking like having a full photo shoot, and then like at the end they'll just show like a slide, like a very short slideshow of like the photos they took. Those videos are doing great as well. It's like taking a story or seeing the story behind these actual great photo shoots, and their photos are awesome. That's another example of what you could do. These are all examples. I would incorporate your own style, your own thing into it, but guys, it's really not that hard. It's just the effort you put into it. Another thing, as you can see right here, like I said, the Lightroom idea, if you're more of like the back-end guy, like or gal, if you're really heavy into edits, this guy just made a really quick tutorial on editing boring photos and making them look. So, and that has 522,000 likes. That could be you right now if you would have done this a month ago. You should have started yesterday. You still have plenty of time to do this. I wouldn't wait any longer though, especially on TikTok with its organic. YouTube. Don't forget about YouTube. Our dear friend YouTube. So YouTube, it should be used for definitely longer format versions of the tutorials you're making for these other platforms, okay? For example, all right, say I made a post on Instagram, a photo on Instagram, they swipe right, like I said with the carousel, they're able to see a 60-second video, 30-second video, a video of the actual shoot and how to do it. That same video or another cropped version of that video that's edited can go to TikTok. Repurpose it, guys. It's all one ecosystem. Throw it onto TikTok. TikTok eats it up, get great organic off of it. And then also with TikTok, what you're able to do is link them back to your Instagram, which also will link back to your YouTube, which has a longer format version of that same video. So say you did like a 60-second video of something like that guy that was stumping in rain. I'm making a very here we go. So that guy stumping in rain, okay? Make a longer YouTube video of like how you, like the location around it, what you guys look for, in terms of like, I saw at one point, I saw this thing where you could actually make, where people for photography would like get bottles of water, which I'm not telling you to waste water, but if it wasn't raining, they would make the puddle of water instead of like finding one and then do like cool reflective shots. It's the same thing like this, like, actually give them the full dynamic. And with like the YouTube, you could actually even include the editing side of it as well, rather than just the shot, because you know there's not, if you're a photographer, you know it's a cool shot and all, but like the editing is also another big piece of it that's going to give it that that spark, that's going to be able to apply your theme to it, that's going to make it unique. After TikTok, like I said, YouTube, you want to make longer format videos of things that you're already creating. Repurpose what you've already made, guys. Like what? Like you really should utilize that, so you're not spending all this time just making a ton of tutorials, which is super important, of course. Repurpose, repurpose, repurpose. You shouldn't have to make a ton of tutorials on other platforms. And so with that, I will preference and say that you should make exclusive content on those platforms still to have like, if you're posting the same content on all three platforms, it doesn't really make sense for your followers to go to your other platforms to follow you, you know? So you want to make exclusive content for those platforms as well. So you have some type of incentive for your audience to go to these other platforms, follow you on there, whether it's like you're only giving something away on one of those platforms like YouTube, you're going to be giving away this free preset and you're directing your people from Instagram to YouTube or from TikTok to YouTube, vice versa for other stuff. Be creative with it, but keep in mind you don't want to have just the same content on all three. Moving on, you don't need all the years of experience. You just need to know 10% more than your audience, which if you're a photographer, if you're looking at this video, you probably already do. So go ahead and take that step. Like I said, the best time to start was yesterday. And the longer you wait on this, the more you're going to think about it, the more you're going to get in your head about it. Take that advantage, take that leap. Don't wait any longer. Okay, so lastly, the collect the check section of this video. So let me see if this video or this camera will work real quick. Camera's working again. Okay, sync. Okay, start collaborating with brands. This is like the collect the check section. Brand shoots, partnerships. Like this is what usually like the next step for photographers are to really begin to monetize. Start making that guala, that moolah, that chang, you know what I'm saying? Stacks, racks, whatever it is you're looking for. What's going to pay the bills? Like this is where that's going to kind of come into. And brand shoots and partnerships aren't the only way, but this is kind of what a lot of people's big goals are, is to start collaborating with brands. So with that, I would start at the smaller scale. And something I'll also say right now, in terms of just Instagram and all these platforms, is when you're looking at these bigger influencers that are already like crushing it in the game, these guys that are already winning, that you look up to so highly, keep in mind that these guys aren't going to necessarily apply these strategies as much, only because they've already made their stake in the game. Like they're already well known. They don't have to follow all the rules like you and I would have to do. Okay, keep that in mind. Like these rules are in place, especially for people that are starting, because once you get a lot bigger, you can kind of do a little bit more of what you want to do. You're more tied to that person because they've been grinding, giving you all this value, all this time, and so now they're just kind of showing you more of a personal side. They're at a different point in their life, okay? You've got to follow by the rules, you've got to provide a lot of value, a ton of value. Don't completely copy what these other bigger guys are doing, because like I said, you're not in the same league as these guys. Like they can kind of do whatever they want. You're still winning, or starting your pup. You're just a little pup that nobody's really taking seriously, and so you need to claim your stake and really make that mark before you start going off and creating more videos and content that you might want to do a little bit more personal, less value, whatever it might be. So keep that in mind. So collaborating with brands, finding brands to actually collaborate with, I would say to start with smaller things, like maybe with the software that you use. Similar to Envato, like that I'm using, a software that you might use to help you create better photos, to edit photos, if you're like a videographer as well, because a lot of photographers also do a lot of video work. Places that you use a lot of sound effects from, a lot of templates from, stuff like that. I would start with like getting a partnership with them, because a lot of those softwares and big websites have like partner programs or referral programs where like if you refer people to them, you can start making money off of them. That's one great way to start monetizing and start working with a brand. Moving off of that, if you're going to start with actually like physical brands, I would start with brands that you're actually using day to day, or you can reach out to brands that are a little bit smaller, startups, through email, through whatever, and you can really leverage your audience. And this is, like I said, a little bit down the road when you already have like a well-established audience. It doesn't have to be too big, but to really start leveraging that, so you can start getting some type of monetization off of those brands, start doing like product reviews with it, showing people what you're using. Another big way is like Amazon affiliate with these brands. If you're not familiar with Amazon affiliate, essentially with all like you'll see this definitely if you're following anybody big on YouTube that's in the creative atmosphere. They'll start tagging they'll have their camera equipment, lighting, all the equipment that they're using to make videos. They'll sign up with Amazon's partnership program, and or affiliate program, and actually have links specific to those products. And so when people click on those links and purchase one of those products, they actually get a little bit of a kickback. So that's another way that you can kind of start. When it comes to working with bigger brands like Lamborghini and like bigger like perfumes and scents and like cars and just razors, maybe just a whole other atmosphere, those are going to take a little bit more time. You're going to need a little bit more brand awareness for those to reach out to these guys or for them to reach out to you. So keep that in mind. It does happen in levels. You're not going to be able to, like, once you get 10 or 50,000 followers through whatever platform, you're not going to be able to just like call up Lambo like, yo, where's my Lambo at? You know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind. And then moving in kind of to the last thing in terms of like making money and monetizing for photographers, I would say I've made a little list of ideas. If it depends really mainly on what your end goal is, I'd figure that out. Like if you're wanting to ultimately do wedding shoots, if you ultimately want to do just like personal shoots, like you want to just be like have a physical location, maybe a brick and mortar, maybe you want to just create a personal brand around it. Maybe you really just want to stick on Instagram or through social media to grow a personal brand around photography, videography, whatever the two that you do. This is really where it kind of differentiates in the list of ideas here. So create digital products, services, and assets. So you can start charging for personal, graduations, weddings, shoots like that. You can start selling presets. That's another big one. You can give away presets and you can sell presets. You can do both. Start selling prints maybe. That's another idea. Do like local, you can sell prints at local events, shows going on, art shows. You can reach out to art places like locally and see if they'll take your photos. You can have like an online gallery, that's also possible. Create a course on photography or whatever it is that you're trying to do within photography that you want to create a course around. Sell stock images to different platforms. I would also, like, I didn't put this on here, but upload to big stock, like free stock websites, kind of like Unsplash. There we go. Unsplash is super popular. I've been using them forever. I think everybody kind of uses Unsplash for, like two of these photos are from Unsplash. So Unsplash is super popular. It definitely helps with like giving you another chance to have an audience looking at your photos, or get a lot of eyeballs on your other social media, especially if they're super popular on Unsplash. That's an also idea. I wouldn't spend too much time on that though. I would like pick out like your favorite photos from your shoots and upload them. But these are all great ideas that I would apply. This is just to show you that there's really an endless amount of ways to monetize through photography. This is just a small handful, but you can really get creative and kind of take these into your own hands. But lastly but not least, it's just consistency, guys. Like, has this been up there the whole time? I'm sorry. Consistency. Consistency. Like, there might be only 3, 4 or 5 of you that actually take all of this seriously, go through this deck once again, look at it, and really start implementing it. You guys are the ones that are going to win. Everybody else that's watching this is not actually looking to take this seriously, so be it. But for 2020, I think this is definitely like one of the best strategies, especially for photographers that I'm seeing, to really take advantage of your market and to really, really maximize your brand. Guys, consistency is like that big key point. If you're not doing this consistent, then you're not going to win. It's just as simple as that. But, it stopped recording there. Anyway, all I have to say, guys, I hope this video helped out. I hope you got some actual value from it. I hope you actually apply it so you can actually do great things within your industry and really crush it for 2020. Actually create a reputable brand working with other brands that is growing and just piling over everybody else, because I know that you guys are more than capable of doing it. It's just putting in the work. Apply these things and I promise you, you will start seeing results. This is just like how it is. This is broken down for mainly organic if you're not looking to spend money, like I said, but apply these things. You'll do great. I believe in you guys. This is Victor. If you liked this video, please go ahead and show some love. Hit that like button. Comment what you think I should do another presentation about. If you're in an industry that you're really not seeing that you can make money off of it or see a lot of success out of this, and you would want a video specific to your industry, I would just please drop it in the comments, and I'll be sure to cover it. And lastly, subscribe if you actually want to see more videos like this, where I break down real specifically to niches or just branding advice in general at a